What's up, YouTube? This is Matt, and this is going to be the first episode of Meathead Meals, where I'm going to be bringing you healthy recipes to gain mass, or if you're trying to get shredded, it'll help you lose weight. Today is going to be a healthy pumpkin pancake recipe, because it's about Thanksgiving time. You know, it's fall time to get some good pumpkin in. And these are really delicious. They're going to be nutritionally about the same as a cup of rice per serving. We're going to have about 225 calories per serving of this. It's going to be about 8 grams of protein, 4 grams of fat, and then 45 grams of carbohydrates. And this recipe is going to make 2 servings, so you can feed 2 people pretty well. Or if you're feeling really hungry and trying to pack on some muscle, go ahead and eat the whole thing all at once. First thing we got, I'll tell you the rest of the ingredients. We got a cup of steel cut rolled oats, 1 1/4 cup of pumpkin. We have 4 egg whites. I'm actually using an egg replacer because I'm allergic to eggs, but if you use 4 egg whites, it's going to be just fine for you. 1/4 cup of milk, a teaspoon of baking powder, not baking soda, baking powder, a tablespoon of cinnamon, and a 1/4 cup of no-calorie Splenda or stevia, whatever sweetener you like. First thing we're going to do, though, is we're going to take our oats, we're going to put them in a food processor, and we're going to blend them up and make oat flour. Takes 10 or 15 seconds, no big deal. We're going to go ahead and toss in the rest of our dry ingredients with this. So, like I said, 1 teaspoon of baking powder, tablespoon of cinnamon, and our 1/4 cup of Splenda. We're going to mix these all up and make sure that those oats are ground up really fine again. Alright, looks pretty good. I'll give you guys a look and see the consistency. Looks pretty nice, pretty fine powder. Next step, we're going to go ahead, I'll take the blade out of there right now. We're going to go ahead and take our 1 1/4 cup of pumpkin and our egg whites, or egg replacer in my case. Go ahead and scoop these out. And our 1/4 cup of skim milk. We're going to go ahead and mix this up until it's nice and consistent. Alright, so now that's all mixed up good. We're going to go ahead and take all of our dry ingredients and just mix it on in with the pumpkin stuff. We'll get this out of the way. Get to mixing that. Alright, now once you've got all that mixed up, good and consistent, it's a little bit darker than regular pancake mix, but it's going to work just fine. Alright, we're going to go ahead and start up our stove. We're going to put our non-stick skillet on it. Now, I've got it set at a 2. I don't know what your skillet's like, but that's a pretty low setting for mine. We're going to go ahead and spray some olive oil spray on here so they don't stick, and then we're going to let our skillet heat up. When I start making them, I'm going to use this 1/4 cup scoop so we get consistently a 1/4 cup amount into our pancakes. They're going to be pretty small, but it's going to make 10 pancakes like this. And that means if it's 2 servings, each person you're making it for gets 5. And they're delicious. I think it's hot enough now. We're going to go ahead and get our 1/4 cup scoop. Now these are pretty thick, not as thin as a regular pancake consistency. So I actually like to drop them pretty far so when it hits, it splatters out and makes them a little bit more flat. So we're going to make 2 right now. And that's pretty much it. We're going to wait about a minute or maybe 2 minutes until the outsides of the pancakes get brown, darker brown than they already are. And once that happens, we're going to go ahead and flip them, let them cook for another couple of minutes, and we'll have pancakes. One thing that I find that helps when I'm making these to see if they're ready to be flipped or not is if you shake it. A lot of times they will break free if they are solid on the bottom and ready to flip. And as you can see, we've got one on breaking free, the other one's not. That's not really a problem because I can see around the edges they're getting a little bit darker. So I'm going to go ahead and get a spatula under them, flip them over. Look at that, it's perfect. This one, perfect. As you can see, you can go a little bit longer, make them a little bit darker, but that's going to be good for just now, as you can see that. Anyway, we're going to let these go for another 2 minutes or so. I like mine a little bit gooey in the middle, and since I'm using egg replacer, that's not a big deal because I don't have to worry about salmonella with fake eggs. But you guys can use real eggs and add a little bit more protein into your meal. Alright, it's been another couple of minutes and they've been cooking on there, so they're ready to be taken off. We're just going to go ahead, just like pancakes, scoop them off. I got one for me, and one for my buddy Stefan, who's my cameraman today.
Yo.
And we're going to go ahead and eat these up with some sunflower butter. So this is my buddy Stefan, he's been my cameraman all day, and we're going to go ahead and eat these pumpkin pancakes with our healthy homemade sunflower butter that you can learn more about in our next episode. Just going to go ahead and put this on there. This is my favorite way to make them.
Oh yeah.
There's lots of protein, and it's actually delicious, pretty cheap. That's good.
Yeah.
First try, I've never had them before.
Pretty good.
Alright, well guys, if you come back next week and watch our next video, you're going to learn how to make sunflower butter, super cheap alternative to peanut butter, and it's delicious. So have a happy Thanksgiving. Enjoy your pumpkin pancakes when you have them. Pumpkin spice pancakes maybe, because they have cinnamon in them.
Yeah.
Anyway, you guys have a good week. Comment, rate, subscribe. Let me know if you have any recipes you'd like to make or if you want to learn more about dieting. And we'll see you next week. See ya.